Okay, so this is day 2 of trumpet cleaning. By now your instrument should be all dry and you just need to make sure there's no water dripping out of it or anything like that. And as you kind of dump it around, make sure no water's dripping out. You're going to need slide grease and valve oil to put it all back together. Really important with the slide grease that it does not take very much at all. In fact, it's just a teeny tiny bit. If you get too much, then it's just going to all gunk up as you put it back together. So you're going to take just a tiny bit and you're going to rub it on all of the slides, like so. Very thin layer. It does not take very much at all. In fact, it's better to start with too little than too much. You can always add more later if needed. You also need to put some on this area. Okay. And then we put stuff back together. All right. So you're just going to carefully slide it back in. Push it all the way in and back out. And kind of make sure it gets spread around. And as you put it back here, if there's any gunk around from the slide grease, then you're going to want to take a paper towel and just wipe any of the excess off. Okay? And if you're not sure about where things go, or if you're having trouble, it's too sticky and not working, then you need to be sure and come and ask either Miss Waters or I to help you. Don't force anything in. We don't want anything getting super stuck. Okay, there's that. The valve caps go back on the bottom, and there's no particular order for these, which is nice. You just need to make sure that you get it on there straight so that it threads properly. Some of the trumpets are really fussy, and if you get them just slightest bit crooked, they don't like to go on. So you have to make sure it's on there straight. And then you're going to deal with your valves. Remember, all of the valves have a marking on them to tell you what number goes where. So this one has little number 1. So that's going to go in the first valve, the one closest to my face. All right. Number 2. Oh, that one's number 3. And number 2. Okay. And then we're going to take our valve oil. And again, it doesn't take much. A little bit on the sides, and remember, you don't need anything up here. It's all down on this end. Get some oil on each one. Make sure that they're clicked in tight and lock them down. And then without the mouthpiece, we're just going to kind of blow in here, make sure the air goes through and that we've got the valves in correctly. Can you hear that noise? That means that one of my valves is in backwards. Right, so making sure that the number is facing your nose when you put these back in. I'm guessing that it's probably my second one. Yep, so it was in backwards. Now we should be good to go. Oh, that one was in backwards too. Remember to start with the number facing your face. Okay. Perfect, all set. Mouthpiece. Then you're going to take all of it and you're going to take a blue polishing cloth and take off all the fingerprints and wipe off all the watermarks and get it nice and shiny and pretty. Then you're going to put it back in the case and you're going to bring the checkout sheet and the instrument in its case to either myself or Miss Waters to get checked off. That's all there is to it.